Most of us think they're something other than nature. And living here and watching the trees grow and being part of it, nature's language is patience and being connected to it, I think, is what it's taught me. That one's got figs, thyme, oregano, as they call it in America, isn't it? Oregano. One of my dreams is to have a piece of land, try to live on it sustainably and grow my own vegetables. See those ones coming up under that tree there? These look similar to daffodils. That's garlic. I planted that 20 years ago when I came in here. It comes out every year on its own. Trying to find a piece of land, especially when you got the money, is quite a hard thing to do. Working in forestry, I was in the right place because most of the time, Forestry Commission people always know when land's for sale. But it took me over 20 years to find a piece of woodland. And then it was just a case of being in the right place at the right time. So it kind of happens. So I'm a great believer in serendipity and fate. I have a favourite tree. So this is a big old oak tree in the corner. It's the oldest tree in here. This one, he stood here for a long time. This wood's been cut down twice, in his lifetime. Having worked for Exmoor National Park and the Trust, they were always talking about how do we get natural regeneration. It's got a means, and I always just say, well, it's pretty simple really. You just basically disemploy yourself. And so it was an ideal place to come and study natural regen and watch how it evolves. Most of the woodland I don't touch at all. And funny enough, for a lot of years, probably 5 years, I used to only live in this part of the garden where I was setting up everything. Never went down the woodland at all. And it wasn't really till I got dingo that I started actually walking around the wood every day. And then I started taking a more interest in it. Got stuff coming up in this one. It looks a mess, but it's because I'm rewilding it all. We're going this way. Dingo, go this way. When I came in here, I cut coops. Coops are small areas and thinned it out. Picked out the dominant trees and then selected all the subdominants and the not so good ones and took them out of there. And then there's a piece in the middle which I've not touched at all. So I've got the comparison of me tweaking and nature doing its own thing. Foresters I grew up would say, that's just neglected and a mess. But to me, that's just beautiful, that is. When you move into an area, you've got to make an effort to integrate yourself into the local community, really. It's hard because I had a next door farmer, he was totally against what I was doing. He was quite angry. He used to attack me by treating me. They didn't really understand it because to them, I was trying to go backwards in time, not go forwards in time. Because I'm in a mad sea of industrial agriculture, there has no life going on in it at all. On this little biodiverse island, 6 acres of what was 300 acres of cumgrass moorland. And I've got all the little species in here, but I've always believed that at some point or another, it's all got to come back out from it. I always felt that it's, you all got a right to live on a piece of land. And if you're living on a piece of land and managing it properly, then where's the problem in it? Okay, move on. A lot of what I learned, especially about the old ways of craftsmanship and woodland management, is off the old people. I used to badger them till they showed me how to do it. But I'm a person who learns by watching somebody, but also I've got somebody inside me who guides me. We call him my ancestor guide. Sometimes I do something and I'm a deep thinker, so I sit and think about it. how I'd go about it. But then when I seen to start doing it, he almost takes over and does it for me. You know, some jobs I've done, I think, well, that's amazing. I've done that really easy, and yet I thought that was going to be really difficult. But it was like somebody was doing it for me. I think we all have an inner guide. It's whether we can get in contact with it or not. It's 4 dormice, but it's taken over with wood mice. I spend a lot of time with young people and the way they're thinking, and I'm thinking, you know, things are changing. It's not us oldies that have got to get it, it's you youngsters that have got to get it. Because it's your future, and it's your children's future. You know, that was what ancestral people taught. What you did in your lifetime wasn't for you, it was for the next 7 generations. It was for their benefit. So you made sure you left Mother Nature in the same condition for them. And that's how we got to start thinking. But I think youngsters are starting to think that now, because you're going to think, Christ, where's my future going? With all this going on. So I got great hope for the future. It's going to be difficult and it ain't going to be easy. But, you know, evolution's an amazing thing. It'll be a bit different, bro, but putting it back is going to be an interesting one. I wish I was able to see it. This is where I come in. This is where my magic mushroom spot there. I come and camp under here. Take magic mushrooms.